Good morning, everybody. All right, so we have a few of these moving here. We have RYIV. We have RYIV that looks okay. We have Snapchat moving some. We have APC. We have MTP. We have RBZ here. Gapping up APC. AMD gapping up a little bit, it looks like. Very small amount. We have PCG, which kind of basically gapped up and then filled the gap already. We also have eBay gapping up some. CGC gapping up some. Snap gapping up some. AMD SQ gapping up some. Okay, so yeah, RYIV is up 17.5% after hours after a filing showing CEO that the CEO bought shares this week. CDNS is another one I'm looking at. That one had a really nice fade yesterday. Really pretty fade for CDNS. For gap downs, we have OXY gapping down here. OXY, which is accidental petroleum. We have RES gapping down. TER gapping up some. BPTH showed up on my watch list, but it's just not moving too much here. MFGP, same thing. It's on my watch list, but it's just not moving too much. What's up, 2A? What's up, 2A? Good morning, brother. Morning squawk. Futures were mixed this morning. S&P 500 on Tuesday set its first record close since September, while the Nasdaq posted its first record close since August. Roughly half of S&P stocks are still below where they were the last time the S&P set a record. Ahead of Wednesday trading, the Dow was less than 1% away from its all-time high, close from October. Yeah, that's what I was bringing up last week. Like, if you look at the SPY here, if you look up the SPY here, it's getting pretty close to its record highs. The record highs are at 293.94, roughly $1 away from where it's at now. And so today's one of those days where I'm going to be especially careful for shorts. And if I do trade shorts, I'm going to be very short term with those trades, just because a lot of these are going to, it's going to be really close. If the SPY actually does break the highs, stocks can get a lot of momentum on the upside. And so I have to be very, very careful with shorts today. And like I said, if I do trade them, I'm going to be small size and quick trades just to protect my account, because, the SPY's close to the highs, and, stocks can really start to run if that happens. We also have a few other stocks this morning. Somebody's asking me if I will short Snapchat. I have no idea. It just depends. I'm not going to short anything unless it really sets up for one of those short strategies. And so with Snapchat yesterday, it had a green day yesterday, and then it's up some in pre-market, so it may be a little extended. Who knows? But I'll watch it. But it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to short it. It just depends on whether it sets up for a fade. Another thing I've been noticing is that Vwap rejections have been a lot more reliable lately. In my opinion, Vwap rejections have been pretty reliable in this market. And so I'll maybe look for some Vwap rejection plays. I've noticed they've been working a little bit better in the last few days, and so maybe look for some rejections. And yeah, just like I said, I'm just going to be careful. The SPY's really close to the all-time highs, and if the SPY actually starts to break these highs, a lot of stuff can turn bullish really quick, and so I don't want to get caught in the wrong direction, and so I'm just going to be very careful. Small size, quick trades. All right, first we have ARWR, two-way. We're looking at the penny stocks this morning. So ARWR is the first one he posted, which is Arrowhead Pharmaceuticals. They begin triple combination cohort in chronic HBV patients and earns $25 million milestone payment from Janssen, float of $80 million. And so ARWR moving up on positive news. AYTU. Schedule 13D, float of 8.46 million. We'll also look at CDXC here, CDXC. Gapping up some on global expansion in Canada with Well Health Tech. Float of 37 million. MTP gapping up some. This one looks all right, from 225 to 290. Getting some volume here for MTP. It is moving some. So it's a Form 6K, float of 1.4 million for MTP. We'll see where that one goes. We have PRVB, which doesn't show much volume. Their enrollment of Phase 2A Prince clinical trial with PRV 6527 biodrug in patients with moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Float of 24 million for PRVB. We also have SAEX. SAEX is a former runner, but this one gapped up to 519, and then it came all the way back down to 427. And so it basically filled most of that gap already. They announced a new $25 million ocean bottom marine project award in Brazil. Tiny float of 3.7 million. We'll see where that one goes. And RYIV, like I said, the CEO bought shares. They found out the CEO bought shares, and so that's why that one's up. And so we'll see where those go. We're also looking at Snapchat. Let me look up the news for this one. All right, so Snap filed a 10Q form, and they quoted, our existing cash balance is sufficient to fund our ongoing working capital, investing, and financing requirements for at least the next 12 months. And so that's positive news for Snap. A lot of brokers are upgrading it, and banks are upgrading it. So we'll see where Snap goes. We also have RBZ. This is a former runner lately. RBZ gapping up from 530s to 580s for RBZ. Not really showing any type of news for this one. We also have eBay here. EBAY. eBay gapping up some. Looks like earnings play. Yeah, the company reported stronger than expected results for its first quarter for eBay, gapping up because of it. We also have PGC with an interesting move here. NVS has positive quarter 1 earnings. Snap posted a first quarter earnings beat. Sounds like Bitcoin went down, possibly. I'm using Thinkorswim. What's up, TJ? What's up, Huguetes? Good morning. DSS gapping up as well, but yeah, I'm using Thinkorswim, the same charting software. What's up, Mateo? Alright, I'll go grab some coffee, guys. I'll be back. Sorry, my son's yelling. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I did, Junior. I had to take it all away, man. It was like it was one of those things that set up like a basketball goal that you have like piping around it so the basketball goal can be set up, and like he took it apart and just started hitting stuff with it. So yeah, I had to take the whole thing away from him yesterday. I think Thinkorswim isn't coming up with previous days' actions on the daily chart. Are you having the same problem? I mean, what are you, I mean, I'm not having the same problem. What are you looking at? Are you sure you're not looking at like an IPO or something? If, Epion, if you want to change that, all you have to do is go to 1 minute. Look, I'll show you really quick. You go to 1 minute. And you go to customize list, and then you change it. You go to edit when it says 1 minute, and then you just go to time interval, and you go to however many days you want. If it's set at 1 day or today, then it's only going to show you that day. But I have mine set to 30 days. So I hope you can see that. What's up, John O? What's up, man? GGB. What's up, Chase? What's up, man? Twitter also interesting. Twitter had a big move yesterday. Good morning, Rich. Oh, I'm not sure then, Epion. I don't know, man. Yeah, no worries. Good morning, Rich. Oh, I'm not sure then, Epion. Sorry for the echo. Yeah, so what's everybody else watching? What's up, Chris? RYIV, Twitter. APC, RBZ, PCG, AMD. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I got to be, if I were, you just got to be really careful because the overall market, like the SPY, is about $1 away from its lifetime highs right now. And so with that, you got to be really careful not to, get stuck in, some of these big moving stocks that are squeezing up. Because a lot of these can really start to move up as well with the overall market, especially if it starts to break all-time highs. And so you got to be careful about that. The SPY, I'm going to be watching the SPY very, very closely today. And if I do take a short position, it's going to be very quick and with smaller sizing, I think. We'll see, though. It all depends on how good the setup is, what the risk and reward is like. But, yeah, we'll see. MBO might for a fade today might pump, but it's off short sale restriction, so it might be a nice short. Yeah, man, RBZ's running up here. RBZ is running up here, so you can see RBZ. Nice move there. From Perth, huh? Welcome, brother. Welcome. GGB, MBIO. Is there a reason I'm a bear on most trades? I think that's just what I do the best with. That's just kind of what I perform the best with is short positions. Sometimes it's a curse of wanting to short everything. But I don't know. I just like shorting better. Like I said, though, sometimes it can kind of backfire on me. Tech is telling me to watch QCOM. QCOM. Yeah, QCOM's got a nice move today. I'm going to watch SQ and Roku as well. Specifically Roku. I think Roku had a big green day yesterday. And so I'm going to watch it, see what happens. Like I said, though, I think Roku follows the market a little bit closer than SQ. And so with the market running up like it is, I really just need to be careful here. DPZ, Domino's. Gonna keep an eye on that one. Gonna watch Snap. AMD like always. AMD had a nice rejection. I will start to look at rejections too. Rejections have looked okay lately. Look at a PCG as well. PCG. That one's kind of had a crazy move today this morning. What's up, Jay? Good morning, man. GoPro maybe. Nice, John O. Hey, brother, keep killing it, man. Nice work, dude. Nice work, man. Happy for you, brother. PCG fake news. What's up, Casey Mac? What's up, man? Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so, man. No, I know, but even still, it'll help your confidence, John O. At the very least, man. So that's what I'm saying. It's still good, even if it's just paper. It'll help your confidence at the very least. Yeah, I don't know where Mitch is at. Mitch probably has work today. Let me text him, but he's probably got work, I'm guessing. LJPC running now. LJPC. Yeah, look at LJPC, guys. Starting to push here, up from 750s to 880s. So starting to push. Looks like it's about to test 9. Uber IPO. RBZ dropping, good buy opportunity. I don't know. I'm not sure with this one. We'll see where LJPC ends up going here. But yeah, I'm not sure about that one. When is Uber IPOing? Isn't it IPOing early next month? I know, but Uber has never made money, though. Does anybody know the actual date, or has the date come out yet for the IPO? It says it's going to be this month, but we only have, what, 6 days left? I don't know. I'm just highly skeptical of it. I'm highly skeptical of it. I mean, I'm highly skeptical of it. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, I want it to succeed, but ultimately I'm a little bit more skeptical of it because it's not actually profitable yet, and so it's basically looking to become profitable by going public. Kind of like a Netscape-esque type of IPO where they're not actually profitable yet, but the IPO, they're basically looking for the IPO to turn them profitable and give them the funding to really achieve and work on their path to profitability. Like I said, very similar to Netscape in the 90s, where they weren't actually profitable yet, but it was such a big thing that was taking over the world that the IPO did great. And a similar thing could happen for Uber, but I don't know if the Lyft IPO, a few weeks ago, is going to foreshadow the demise of the Uber IPO, but we'll see. Like I said, there's not really any telling for me. It's possible it could go either way. Is the Uber IPO going to be today? LJPC announced U.S. FDA grant of breakthrough therapy designation for LJPC 0118 for the treatment of severe malaria. Flow to 15 mil for LJPC. So we'll see where this one goes. It's up to $8.40 from $7.52. So it's up about 90 cents or so. So Uber is showing on your watch list. What's the symbol? I'm guessing it's UBER, right? That's what I would think. That's what I would think. Let me know. Anybody else know if the Uber IPO is going to be today or not? Yeah, today maybe. I mean, I can't tell if it's going to be today or not. I'm looking, but... Alright, yeah, UBER. It's not showing up on my Thinkorswim. So, like, it's not showing up here. Interesting. So it should be an interesting day in the market here. It should be an interesting day. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Good luck for anybody looking to trade it. Could go crazy here. We never know. MTP looks interesting as well. MTP gapping up from 225 to 283s here. I'll see if I could find any news on it. Forbes put out an article that said Uber's IPO valuation makes no sense. Is the title of their IPO. Uber filed its preliminary S1 on Thursday, April 11th, and it will reportedly begin trading in May. While the company has not yet provided pricing details, it is rumored to be seeking a valuation of $100 billion. Quote, this is Forbes. They also said in almost every respect, Uber looks even more dangerous than the Lyft IPO, which is already down 20% from its IPO price. They say, quote, Uber is growing at a slower rate than Lyft, and it's losing much more money. So I guess a lot of people are bearish on Uber. I mean, Uber isn't today. No, I think MTP. I haven't looked up the news on this one yet. No, not yet. Right now, I'm trying to see if Uber's going to IPO today. Here's Pinterest. Pinterest is up from its IPO, and it's losing money, but they say Pinterest had a clearer path to profitability than Uber or Lyft. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure when. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be today. The Wall Street Journal, with making people sign in to read their stories, is absolutely ridiculous. No, but I'm just curious on what it's going to do. I've been keeping track of all these recent tech IPOs. Right, for sure. What's up, Shreep? Felix? MTP? Form 6K, float of 1 million. What did Zoom do? I mean, Zoom's up a lot when it IPO'd. Zoom's green. It's up significantly from its IPO. So we'll see what we get here, guys. Interesting day in the market. LJPC spiked up to 880s. Now it's down to 830s here. We'll see what we get with it. What's up, Skylar? Yeah, I mean, I actually use Zoom. Like, for our classes, I use Zoom conferencing software. That's what I use. A lot of people think Uber's gonna be just like Lyft and it's gonna crash like Lyft. I've been milking AMD. I've noticed the daily trends. I see why you traded so much, John. Yeah, for sure. People always get on to me about trading AMD, John. But I mean, the truth behind it is that AMD is just, it's high volume, it's pretty volatile, and it's consistent. And so, when you're looking for stocks, a lot, at least my style of trading is like I'll latch on to trends that certain stocks do, and AMD is one of those stocks that typically is pretty reliable with how it moves. Once you trade a stock long enough, you get kind of an understanding on how it moves. Not always, but you get an understanding on how it moves to a certain extent, and so it's easier to trade. And it kind of makes it so that, some people trade penny stocks and they really, and with penny stocks, you're kind of trading a new one every day. You're not really going to be able to notice a justifiable, trend that you can really prove. With AMD and stuff like that, you can watch them every day and kind of get a good idea on what they do. Right, for sure. Plus, it has a small spread. It's just a reliable stock for me. Yeah, for sure. That's how two-way trades these penny stocks. And listen, I know you can definitely profit from it, so I'm not hating on it. It's just a different style. Honestly, though, I tried to get in touch with CME Group, and they literally just never got back to me. Because, I still am interested in trading penny stocks, but CME Group just never got back to me. CME, whatever they're called, the no PDT brokers, they never got back to me. Does anybody else use them? Because, I tried to get in touch with them to sign up and open up an account, and they just never responded back to me. What's up, Shane? What's up, Jono? Yeah, the only reason I don't like ACB is just because it's such a tight range stock. Like yesterday, for instance, ACB only moved like 20 cents. And so it's just hard to, in these situations, you're going to have to take bigger sizing to compensate for it and end up paying more commissions. That's the only reason I don't trade ACB as much. It's a cannabis stock, and so I kind of look at other cannabis stocks to see what they do, like Cron, CGC, stuff like that. Yes, I'm talking about the broker CMEG. It's CM Elite Group, right? Yeah, I don't know about that two-way. I don't know, man. We'll see. Like I said, guys, join our public Discord. We are creating a public Discord. My goal is to create everybody a free day trading chat room to take advantage of. We already have over 200 people there, and really I just started building it. And so check out our public Discord here. Like I said, our goal is to create a 24/7 free day trading chat room. And so there's the link. Check it out. We'll see what we get with some of these. What's up, Cargo? What's up, brother? See, I don't know, man. I contacted them and they said they were going to get back to me, and then they never did. And I literally emailed them like 5 times, like, hey, what's going on? I contacted you 3 weeks ago trying to do this. Like, where are you at? And they just never got back to me. Yeah, I figured Bitcoin was down because I was looking at Riot and what's the other one? MARA, and they were both down. And so what's Bitcoin at? Bitcoin is at 5,470s. Let's look at stock twits so I can actually watch it. Yeah, 5,476 is what Bitcoin is at. I figured it was down some from its highs, just because Mara, DPW, Riot are all down. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I think it's mostly due to Bitcoin being down. A lot of these Bitcoin crypto stocks are down now. So we'll see what we get today. It hasn't been the best week for me. Like I said yesterday, I can't really beat myself up if I have red weeks. Red days are going to happen. The last month or two has been nothing but profitability, and so I can't always have green weeks and green days. Sometimes a little down streak is going to happen, and that's okay too. Yeah, I talked about it yesterday, John. Oh, the frustrating thing about it with the frustrating thing for me is the frustrating thing for me about Texas and the cannabis stuff that they've been doing is that, you know, they have these bills that are going to expand the medical cannabis scene in Texas, that are going to expand the medical cannabis bill. And the problem with it is that hemp is already legal. Like right now, the cap on THC and hemp and CBD is 0.3%, right? So right now it has a 0.3% cap on THC. They expanded this medical bill that was supposed to expand medical cannabis to people and remove the cap on THC so that doctors can prescribe actual, THC containing cannabis and CBD and stuff like that. And so everybody's all excited that the bill passed, but they basically canceled out the removal of the cap on THC. So it's still going to have a 0.5% THC cap. And so why would anybody actually pay to go see a doctor and to have the doctor prescribe them a most likely expensive cannabis, prescription when they can just take another half a gummy bear and reach that 0.5% cap? It's going to be the exact same thing that you can get now without having to get a prescription. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's just a way to seem like we're making progress when we're actually not. And so it's dumb. It's just a way to kind of hide it and get around it without actually having to address it is the problem. Right, man. That's how I feel, bro. That's how I feel, man. And like I was really hoping because I mean here's the thing, like I wouldn't even be able to get the even with they're expanding it for debilitating medical conditions, I don't even qualify for it. And so it's not that I necessarily want to smoke cannabis or anything like that. I just think it needs to be legal because they're arresting people for something that has the equivalent of coffee toxicity. They're arresting people and putting people in jail for no reason whatsoever. And so at a certain point, the people need to be honest about the truth behind it, and they need to recognize the fact that law enforcement wants to keep it illegal so they don't lose their funding, because 90% of drug arrests are from cannabis. And so law enforcement wants to keep it illegal, and they're going to use the whole gateway drug argument, which is a child argument. And also, the prison industry wants to keep it illegal. It's just frustrating. Pharmaceutical industry wants to keep it illegal. And everybody pretends like they don't know the science behind it, and it's just ridiculous. All right, I'm going to stop my rant. Anytime I start talking about it, I'm going to rant about it. But yeah, watching eBay as well. eBay is up on good earnings, I believe. eBay had good earnings. LJPC, I don't know if it actually continued here. It actually dropped down to 8. AMD, one I'm going to watch again, just because it's typically pretty volatile. Let's see what else we have. We have... Uh-oh, we got Iron Man in here. Is he going to start trying to plug his own YouTube channel? I'm guessing that's what's about to occur. ATT. All right, let me look at that one. IRBT. All right, guys, we got about 5 minutes left. Okay, good. CGC. got Snap. We'll see what we get today. We'll see what we get. Like I said, had 2 red days this week. Right. Thank you, sir. All right, guys, we got about 5 minutes left. Let's get everything ready to trade here. All right, guys, let's see what we get here. We got ENPH. I'm just looking for good setups at the open, man. ENPH, this one's usually pretty volatile. We'll see what happens with that one. STNG. But like I said, we got about 4 minutes. I'm probably just going to stick with AMD like I usually do. What's everybody else's main watch today? Let's see. MDB, FTI. All right, so Mitch is going to be here, it sounds like. Let me get Mitch rolling here. All right, guys, let's do it. Gonna watch TROV as well today. Let's see how many of these are actually tradable right now. We have RBZ is not, APC is, eBay is, CGC is, SQ, Snap is. Most of these higher cap stocks are. What was the other one? RYIV is not. What was the other one? LJPC, was that it? LJPC, something like that, right? LJPC is. Okay, so I'll watch LJPC for sure here. Yeah, I'll watch LJPC. See if we get a little bit of a gap fill here down to the 750s maybe. The Vwap needs to drop some, but I'll definitely watch LJPC. Like I said, gonna watch AMD like I typically do. Keep an eye on CGC as well. Cron maybe. SQ pushing up some. Maybe watch SQ too. Maybe Roku as well. All right, guys, we got less than a minute. Let's do it. OXY. Yeah, OXY gap down. I'll keep an eye on that one too. Snap as well. All right, guys. Bell's about to ring in about 25 seconds. In about 25 seconds. All right, guys. We got 5 seconds. All right, there's the bell. AMD spiking up here. Oh, let's see if it'll let me do the moving average crossover. AMD has been hard to borrow lately, and so it hasn't been letting me short it on Thinkorswim paper. So we'll see. LJPC dropping big here, basically coming all the way back down from some of this. Roku looking interesting here. Let me start the recording. Snap dropping some. Roku dropping some. I'll start looking at Roku here. What's the overall market doing today? The SPY is dropping. SPY is dropping. Just be careful. The SPY could reverse and start trying to break highs. All right, we got Mitch here. Let me add Mitch to this. All right, we got... it's not letting me short AMD again. Yo, what's up, Mitch? What's up, brother? Yo, what's up, man? So I know you're at the coffee shop today.
Gotta hang tight for a second.
All right, everybody can hear Mitch. Let's do a test. Test 1 2. All right. Roku squeezing already back here. Like I said, I'm gonna be pretty careful today. Snap doesn't look terrible. LJPC. Let me turn Mitch up a little bit.
I'm gonna be in and out. MU doing Vwap fade right now.
All right, the previous day's close. Let me mark out the previous day's close right here on Snap. Let's see what we get here on Snapchat. See, the previous day's close was right around here. Let me remove these, man. I don't want these. There we go. There's 1 2. All right, this should be a little bit better. All right, the previous day's close was at 11.99, so it's right here, right around 12. So that's the level I'm kind of going to watch with it and see if I can use that level as my risk. There we go, right there. All right, so that's the previous day's close. MU is doing a VWAP fade right now. SPY is down. Snap is down. AMD is kind of choppy here, but the SPY is dropping some.
Made a great trade yesterday on Kron. Kron that killed the nice fade there late in the day. Finished the day up over $200.
Nice, man. You've been killing it lately, man. MU.
Oh, I had the day off yesterday, so I couldn't help myself but keep trading.
Yeah, man.
Those days off, man. I gotta watch out for those.
I
Those
get
are
it, though. I get it though. Like if you're working all the time, then your days off you want to trade. Like I completely get it too. And I mean, if you do well, you know what I mean. Then you do well.
Exactly.
I think you and I styles differ a little bit. You're a little bit more active than I am, but it works for you, man, and you make it work and you do well. So you can't knock it if it's working, brother. SQ is back at the VWAP. MU, I'm kind of looking at MU and SQ's up there too.
All right, looking at Snap, I needed to come back to 1206. Can risk off of 1220.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at too. 1209. I think our VWAP's at a little bit different spot. I'm using 1210 as my VWAP, and then 1220 as my risk, or really about 1225 for this level right here. Just be careful though, because one level I am watching with Snap is the previous day's close, and so that's right around $12. It's at 12. It's at 11.99, and so you got to be careful with there. Yeah, MU faded nicely. But yeah, if it basically if it breaks 11.99, it could be going red to green, and so you got to be a little bit more careful with that one. I think SPY's starting to push up some here as well. SPY starting to kind of slowly creep back up here. And I think we got to be careful too, because the SPY's about $1. It opened up about $1 away from lifetime highs. And so where the SPY opened up today, it was about $1 away from lifetime highs. And so we got to be really careful with those type of moves. But the more Snap moves, the more the VWAP moves closer to that previous day's close on Snap. It's at 1203 on mine now. I think the better I'm gonna like it, because that gives us a little bit better risk reward, and it kind of gives it a big stronger resistance above it. If that previous day's close is right above our entry, then it should help. SQ pulling a red to green move. SQ pulling a red to green move. Glad I didn't take the fade there. All right, so we got Snap starting to head back here. Like I said, I'm really watching the overall market closely here. The high of the day is at 83. It's at 73 now for the overall market, and so we got SQ squeezing up here. But I like the risk reward for Snap at this point, because you can use from 12 right here up to 12.24, so you got about a 25-cent risk, and that's fine. And then a reward level from 12 down to 11.40, so like a 60-cent reward. And so I really like that.
AMRN needed to come back to Vwap here, 830s.
All right, so another thing to consider, guys, here is the SPY is pushing up. It looks like it's about to break highs, and so at this point, I'm going to be extremely careful with shorts, because if the SPY breaks the high here and then it starts to run towards that lifetime high, it can really drag a lot of stocks bullish. And so the SPY just broke the high of the day. But again, the lifetime high is right up here, and so we got to be pretty careful, I think, with these. May act as major resistance at 23.94 is where that lifetime high is on the SPY. 23.94, and so got to be careful here. The SPY is just the market, Junior. So the SPY is just the market. The SPY is like the mini S&P. And so I watch the SPY because most stocks, especially higher cap stocks like I trade, follow the overall market. And so basically, if the SPY's running up and the SPY's super bullish, then I think we got to be a little bit more careful shorting stocks. Here, my son's screaming. I'll be right back. Okay, but I am starting to like Snapchat more and more. The reason I like Snapchat more and more is because I can use that previous day's close or right above it at like 12:05 as my risk, and that gives me a really solid risk level because the previous day's close is such a strong level. And really if it breaks the previous day's close, it's turning from red to green. And so, that's what we got to watch. That's what I'm watching for on Snap at this point. But yeah, you can see the market is pushing up to 290, 290 here. So it broke highs. We'll see if it holds. CGC is also right at the VWAP. Right at the VWAP now for CGC. Um, CGC starting to push up, but the SPY is starting to come back down. So that's good for shorts.
In a quick trade here, risk is 12, 15s here. Might get stopped out real quick here.
What trade are you in? Or what stock? Sorry.
Mattel. Yeah, I just got stopped out.
Mattel, so
Mattel.
MAT.
Yeah, not a good trade at all. But
Yeah, that's
I
your
think I
first of
just
the day,
forced
brother.
it.
Don't stress
I
it.
was I forced it. I was looking for trades.
All right, so I don't hate Snap. Like I said, if Snap can get up here to 1180, I can use that previous day's close, which is also the whole dollar, as my risk. Super solid risk, about 20-cent risk level. Definitely like that area, but it's got to come back, and we'll see. And then it's got a pretty solid reward level too. So from 80 down to 20, that's a 60 cent. That's 3-to-1 reward to risk. If I can get in here at 1180 and set that 12 as my risk, but we'll see if it happens. Not gonna force it. CGC ended up squeezing up. Here, I don't have time to really break it down. I'm kind of looking at the strategies I use are mostly short strategies. And so, like I said, whenever the SPY's bullish, I got to be really careful. You can go to our website and it kind of breaks down the different strategies we use. They all work good and bad under certain market conditions. And so, here, I'll try to post that link if you want to check that out. Yeah, they're mostly range bound strategies with short biased, using the VWAP most of the time. So, like for instance, here's one. I'm looking for Snap. The VWAP's dropped a little bit since then, but I was looking for Snap. If I enter it here at 1170s, then I set this $12 risk level. Then my risk is about 25, 30 cents, and then I can set. Let me remove this so it's easier to see. So this would be my risk, this would be my entry, and then my reward target would be about 1120 right here around the low of the day. And so in this case, my risk would be this much, and my reward would be this much. And so it's good risk reward. It's about 2-to-1 really. And it's called the VWAP fade. It's just shorting the stock around the VWAP, looking for a downward bearish trend confirmation. All right, so CGC starting to spike up. Yeah, Mr. Bo says he's long in Snap, and that's a lot of traders take kind of not the opposing side, so it's not like they trade against the strategy, but a lot of traders trade kind of this panic dip buy strategy. And I actually like this strategy because you can use the low of the day or just under the low of the day, like maybe 1110 as your risk, and if it breaks that, it breaks the low of the day, you can just get out and then set the VWAP as your reward target. So just taking kind of the not the opposite of the strategy, but taking the bounce as the strategy part of what we're looking at. And the reason I like the panic dip buy is because it just gives you a really tight risk area. And so even if you're wrong more than you're right, you still have a good risk reward level. Yeah, you got probably roughly the same kind of mentality I have with it, Mr. Bo. but I'm waiting for the short on the upside. Might not be as good risk reward now though. Try to get in at 11.70 maybe. Set that $12 level as risk, 30-cent risk. SPY dropping some. What did AMD end up doing? Glad I didn't get in CGC. AMD is just very, very choppy. Gotta be careful with these. eBay may be a good VWAP bounce there. But SQ end up running up Roku. Oh, I missed the second fade on Roku. That would have been a pretty fade. I really like that one too. SPY breaking lows though, so we might get some drops here. SPY breaking lows. Yep, SPY broke the lows, so we, missed out. The biggest fade I'm bummed out I missed right now is Roku, and so I would be careful with Snap right here. At least on the long side, just because SPY starting to look at this weakness in the SPY right now, and you can see a lot of these are going to start following suit. I mean, I hope it bounces up there, but I think I got to stick to my same risk. Nice tech. Beautiful fade on Roku. Yeah, I'm just kind of taking it slow here. YNDX had a nice fade. Twitter. I'm more bummed out I missed Roku. Look at Roku. Roku was just a picture perfect fade. Like if I pull Roku up here, this is exactly what I look for. The reason I really like Roku is because if you caught one of the Vwap classes we did a while back, I talked about how you use the bottom range as your risk, mix of the body low and the wick low on the first 2 or 3 candles, and you can use that level as your risk, and it's a really tight, solid risk level, and that would have been a beautiful risk there. Very tight, 25 cents. So Roku's really the one I'm the most bummed out about. Yeah, PIR is running up Pier 1 imports. MTP. A lot of people talking about MTP as well. I just haven't traded today yet. We'll see if we can get some good moves here, but alright, let's see what we get. Yeah, AMD is up there, and it looks like a solid rejection play, really, for AMD. If I take some positions today, it's just going to be smaller size, though. I don't hate it. but it's just a tight range today for AMD. Just trying to figure out where I would set my risk. Maybe 10, but maybe a little bit too late, I think, for AMD. I could also look at Roku here. Yeah, I'm just trying to wait for solid plays. Twitter's back up there, so Twitter doesn't look half bad as well, but more so looking at like Snap, if it can get back up to 1160, which because of the weakness in the SPY, I think you got to be careful with it. But AMD, if it gets up to like 2806 for AMD, I could use like a 2810, like 4-cent risk, and then try to get that $0.50 break or so with AMD. Also looking at Twitter is back up here now. Twitter is back up here. I don't hate it. My risk would have to be at 45 or 50 probably right here. SQ also for rejection play doesn't look bad. What's the SPY doing? SPY is still down. Yeah, AMD, nice little rejection there. Just not seeing anything I really like right now, honestly. I mean, Twitter's right there, but the problem with Twitter is that this high is right there too, like this high right here, and so that could, if it does break, that could act as support and kind of hold it up. Maybe I'll regret not getting into it, but I gotta be careful with that, with those type of moves. Snap is just consolidating. Vwap's dropping, making my risk reward worse and worse with it. SPY starting to pull up some. Yeah, brother. At least you bounce back two-way. Don't stress it, bro. At least you bounce back, man. SPY kind of slowly creeping back here. Where's Mitch? Did we lose Mitch?
Just quiet, man.
Oh, what's up, brother?
Can't find the trade. Forced one earlier. Can't find one, man.
Yeah, sometimes it's not about finding one. It's just waiting for one, brother.
Yeah, man. And just looking around, just feel like it's one of those days where should have probably just called it a no trade day. There really wasn't any good setups.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of how it is today. Like, there's a few. There was a few, but there were always a few. They're just not that. They're not that common today. I'm not seeing a ton of them. All right, so here I'm looking at 1180 for about a 25-cent risk for Snap, and then from 55 down to realistically about 15, and so 40 cents, 40-cent reward, roughly a little bit worse than 2-to-1, but not terrible. Could also use from 55 up to 75 for 20 cents. And then from 55 down to 15 for 40 cents. So that'd be 2 to 1. Yeah, maybe Twitter was the right move to get into. I don't know. It's too, like I said, I don't really like fades when they have one of these that are roughly right around my entry. Because again, it could push over, hold that level of support, and then run up, and those just typically don't work as well. SPY is starting to climb back up some here. AMD's back up to the Vwap. SQ's kind of there too. What's Roku doing? Roku faded nicely earlier, I remember. Look at Roku with all these fades today, man. Roku was the one to watch. Nice, Tiny. Nice work. Congrats. Nice, Jono. Killing it, brother. QCOM. Yeah, Tech was talking about QCOM today. QCOM. QCOM is right there at the Vwap. The only thing we got to be careful about, like, look at the SPY here, guys. SPY is up. I think QCOM's following the SPY pretty closely. Roku's back up to the Vwap too. It's just faded so much already today. You could use this 85 level as your risk. So 35 cents, and then from 50 down to 80 cents. Even 90 would give you 70 cents. It's still 2 to 1 for Roku. Yeah, I'm watching Snap. Like I said, the only problem with Snap here is that I actually liked Roku here for the $0.50 play. But the only problem with Snap is just not good risk reward for me in the Vwap fade at this point. I don't hate Roku right here. Roku's not terrible. But may have missed it. Yeah, I just don't want to force anything. Not much going on. Really keeping an eye on the SPY. Well, while we're waiting, guys, if anybody's interested in using the same broker that Mitch and I use, go check out TradeNet. I think I posted about it in yesterday's video. But I think the really beneficial part of TradeNet is that it allows traders to have, to pay a very small amount to actually get a decent amount of buying power. Like for their base package, it's currently on sale for $3.99. And so you're basically paying $400 to be able to trade with $14,000 in buying power. And so you're getting a lot of buying power for $400. There is a $700 max loss, but even if you think about it this way, you're paying $400 to be able to lose $700 with the $700 max loss. And the really cool thing is that there's no PDT rule with their funded account program, so you can day trade as much as you want without being restricted by the PDT rule. And like I said, I think most new traders end up losing their first account anyway. And I would rather lose a TradeNet account than to deposit a few $1,000s into SureTrader. I just think it makes more sense to go the TradeNet route. If you lose your first account, which most traders are going to do, then you're only out the $400. And it just makes sense. There's also cheap commissions, so it's like 0.006 cents per share. And so your commissions, if you use less than 300 shares, is like $3 or $4 total for a round trip. And so at pretty cheap commissions, you get 14K in buying power. It makes sense. If you sign up through my link, you also get a free month of our classes as well, and you get the TradeNet trading course and a month of their chat room as well. So it's a pretty good deal. You get a lot of stuff for that $400, including a funded account with 14K. And so if you're interested in checking that out, there's the link posted. It's one of the ways we keep the channel free. Yeah, Roku did fade. Snap is finally moving up, but like I said, I would have to use like 75 as my risk here with Snap. And it all depends on what the SPY does. Like, look at the SPY here.
Got a starter on a slow stock here.
Which one?
I
haven't traded that one in a while, bro.
It's really slow, so not one I would suggest other traders to jump in with me. It's just more along a trade that I'm going to go off of, see the pattern breakdown.
Yeah, the music's pretty loud in the background, brother, so.
Muting it.
So we'll see what the SPY does here. It just depends on what the SPY does. I'm still, like, I could have taken Roku. Look at the fade on Roku, man. Beautiful fade for Roku. Nice move there. Nice, Mr. Bo. Hey, glad it worked out for you, brother. Let's see what Roku gives us. Not going to force anything right now, though. Just kind of taking it slow. Kind of looking at Snap. Like I said, I don't hate the 1150 up to 1175 for 25 cents with like 100 shares. Just taking it slow. And then try to give myself that 1150 down to maybe 1107, 1110. Just got to get up there, though. Looks a little bit stronger. Roku pushed it back up. Yeah, I'm just not seeing too much I really like today. It all depends. Like, I don't hate YNDX, actually. Like, YNDX, a little bit lower volume of a stock. If it could get up to 1148 for that 1150 level, I could use a risk of like 1160 or 1155. And then give myself about a 20-cent reward target. So I don't hate this one for like 9-cent risk. So I'll consider YNDX as well. Excuse me. Let's see if we get it though. It's gotta actually make it up there. That would be my risk right there. Nah, man. I mean, I haven't traded at all today. Real. VZ. Roku's back up there too. Like I said, watching YNDX here, I think a lot of it depends on what the SPY does. Here goes the SPY pushing up. And so we got to be a little bit more careful with short positions. Roku probably was the most reliable one today. Yeah, I don't know about VZ. VZ, I would have to set my risk at like 36 or so for like 8 cents. And then from 28 down to 13 or so. So it wouldn't quite be 2 to 1 would be close. Roku's actually back up there too. Like I said, guys, if you haven't joined us earlier, join our public Discord. My goal for this Discord is to create a free day trading chat room for traders to take advantage of. Right now, we have over 200 people there. And so if you want to be part of our public Discord for free and kind of check us out and, help us create this free day trading chat, I'll post the link here. Like I said, our goal for this public Discord is to create a free day trading chat room. And so go check it out. Help us get to our goal. All right, at this point, I'm starting to look at YNDX. YNDX is getting up there. It's pretty close. Like I said, I'll probably just take 100 or 200 shares with this one. All right, I'm in with 200 shares on YNDX. We'll see what happens here. Small position. Risking about 20 cents, like 20, 25 bucks with this one.
I got completely squeezed. Not my day. About to call it.
It happens, brother.
Just not here. That's what happens when you're not present when you're trading. You don't find your strategy. You just end up trading. You just give up all your money.
Yeah, it happens, brother. It happens to all of us, man. You've been killing it lately, brother. So the best thing I do on days like that is I just try to go take my mind elsewhere, find something else to do. You know, that's the best thing. It's just kind of get my mind off of it. I know if I sit there, like when I trade, if I'm not doing good on a certain day, if I sit at the computer, I feel like I need to trade again. And it almost always ends up backfiring and hurting me more. So don't beat yourself up too much, brother. You got this, man. You've been killing it lately. All right, we'll see what YNDX can do. Like I said, I'm taking a pretty small sizing with this one. I think it all depends on what the SPY does, too. I think if the SPY starts to run, this one's going to kind of go against me. But I like the risk level. Tight risk. Good risk reward. At the very least with this one. So we'll see if it works out. If not, no stress either way. That's a 1 minute chart. I tend to do better with 1 minutes. just because the VWAP fade strategy, the strategy I use is typically a 1 minute strategy. I mean, I'm sure it might work on other time frame charts, but I like it on the 1 minute the best. Let's see if we get a washout here. Yeah, at this point, it's just good, pretty solid risk reward. I mean, I can use 37.30 as my risk, and then hold about 8-10 cents, 20-cent reward. Hey guys, just a tip. Never, if anybody comes at you and says, "Hey guys, I never knew what profitable trading was until I met Mr. Charlie or Mr. Bill or Mr. John." It's always Mr. something, right? And they always use a very specific number to try to make it sound more credible. So they're like, "I made $5,633.28 going through Mr. Charlie. He's the best. It almost always says kindly too. Kindly contact him here. Email him here." If you ever see spam like that, ignore it. They are straight scams. They're just trying to take advantage of the gullible. Okay? Just completely ignore them.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. You guys have a great day.
Later, brother. Have a good day, man. No, I'm not scalping. Scalping, I mean, my average hold time's like 20 minutes or so. 20, 30 minutes. I'm mostly taking advantage of trend confirmations. Like, I use the Vwap a lot, and so I'm usually just trying to take advantage of trend confirmations. Like, I usually short it roughly around the Vwap, look for a confirmation on the downside. Alright, so we'll see what we get. Still waiting on YNDX here. We'll see what kind of moves we get. Yeah, man. I mean, what you mean those people that try to like? I get so many comments. I get so many comments from people like that are like, "I was never a successful trader until I met Mr. Charlie or Mr. Steven or Mr. Bill. He helped my trading so much. He helped me make $5,732.76 in the market in only a week. Kindly email him here." It's just basically like they're just scam artists. It's the new scam artists, and I get comments like that constantly, 24/7 from people like that. Anytime I see them, I always ban them from my channel. Like, immediately ban them from my channel. They usually make more accounts, but I mean, not necessarily. 1 minute chart is just like there's different strategies. Like, I use the VWAP fade with the 1 minute, and And yeah, like I said, like this week so far hasn't been great, but before this week, like the last 3 weeks, I had like a 13-day win streak, so I hadn't lost in like 12 days. Actually, it was a 12-day green streak, and so like it for sure works with the 1 minute chart. That's why I kind of use it. People, it's all preference. Some people like 5 minutes. Some people, prefer different methods. But since I'm attacking the open specifically in most of the time, the first 30 to 45 minutes. I like using the 1 minute chart better. But again, it's all preference. Some people prefer different things. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what they do. That's what they're doing, Tiny. They're trying to take advantage of people that don't know what, like, of new traders. They're trying to take advantage of new traders is what they're trying to do. It's just another way for them to kind of say, hey, we'll teach you I'll teach you my $1 million strategy that will help you to make millions in the market. Just pay me $5,000 first. It's kind of their logic. And some people fall for it. Some people really do fall for it. Yeah, man. Mr. Bill, he's a legend, bro. Mr. Steve too. Mr. Carl. They're legends, bro. Yeah, looking back, I should have taken the fade on Snap. Look at this. Perfect fade right there. Should have taken it. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I try. A lot of it is like binary options. Like, so a lot of them are going to try to kind of get you with binary options. And so, that's what you got to kind of be weary of. Like, a lot of it's binary options. A lot of it is Forex. I'm not saying you can't be profitable in Forex, but a lot of the people will try to advertise Forex as well. So yeah, I got to be pretty careful here. Like I said, the SPY is what I'm really watching today. I think I just had bad trade selection today. I was watching Snap all morning, and it actually followed through really beautifully. But yeah, like I said, this is what I really got to be careful of, because you can see the SPY starting to kind of creep closer and closer to that daily high right here. And if it breaks that daily high, it's probably going to drag the stock I'm in up to. And so I just got to be careful, get ready to exit this one. Rick Ross? You mean the rapper or the cocaine dealer? Or is there another Rick Ross that I don't know about? Nice, Mr. Mango. Killing it, brother. Nice job. Oh, Ross Cameron? I mean, here's the thing, man. I said it before. Like, I actually think Ross has good content. I think the stuff, I'll put it this way. I think the stuff Ross teaches is real. Am I going to pay thousands of dollars for his course? No. I think most trading information is available for free online. But do I think that his content is valuable? Sure. I think he has real content. I think his content is more real than a lot of the other gurus. I think a lot of the other gurus are still teaching stuff. They're selling a lot of the other. I'll put it this way: a lot of other gurus are selling DVDs for $1,000 that are 5 or 6 years old, to where some of the concepts are not even reliable anymore. So like, and I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to mention any names, but like I said, I think I think some of these gurus are selling DVDs for thousands of dollars that are like 5 or 6 years old. They're like 5 or 6 years old. Like the stuff that they teach is not even relevant anymore. But and so that's why I'm saying, like, I think Ross's content is actually legitimate. Like, I think what Ross teaches is real. But and some of the other gurus are just completely fake. And so Ross, like, I think Ross's content has value for sure. Do I have the money to spend on his course? No, but it doesn't mean the content is less valid, you know. And that's what I'm saying. Like I don't want to hate on Ross. I like Ross. I think Ross's content is real. What he teaches is real. Him and I have a different style, but like I said, I think what he teaches is like real stuff. And it's better than most of the other stuff that gurus are selling. Like I said, some gurus are selling DVDs for thousands of dollars that are like 5 or 6 years old. Some of them are older than that, and they're just outdated stuff. Like they're irrelevant, outdated stuff that they're just kind of ripping people off, selling them old DVDs that are just old and outdated. You know. Right. I have the pro package, Francisca. And yeah, I'm kind of like mixed in it now. Like I've kind of been on the I'm kind of been break even. But yeah, I got the pro package. I'm down like 200 in it so far, but that's very minor relative. It's just kind of been up and down with me lately. Yeah, for sure. Everything is free to learn online. 100%. Absolutely agree. Most stuff's for free. Right, for sure. And I think that's one of the big problems with some of the I think that's one of the big problems with some of the gurus is that, they're essentially just getting people's hopes up. Like if you see anything advertised like, is it possible to make $2 million in a week? Of course it is. Just buy my $5,000 trading course and I'll show you how. Like that's absolute nonsense. Like yeah, it's possible. Just like winning the lottery is possible. Is it likely? No. And I've talked about it before. A few weeks, Jordan. And I've talked about it before, but it's one of those things where new traders, they get their hopes up and they think that they're immediately going to jump into trading and just be able to start paying their bills with their trading income within like a month. And for most, that is highly unlikely, and it's probably never going to happen. But they get their hopes up, and some of these gurus are selling dreams. They're just selling dreams, and they're saying, hey, buy my course, spend thousands on my course, and I'll teach you how to make, hundreds of thousands or millions. And like they'll deny that that's what they do, and they say, oh yeah, I have so and so students, and I'm making so and so money. But is it really verified? Like, how do you really know if they're doing that or not? You know what I mean? And you just can't really know. And a lot of them are just cherry picking their winning trades and uploading them. And so it's all, it all depends. It all depends on which one. Like I said, I think Ross has value. I think some of the other ones are a little sketchy, Why am I trading a stock with no volume? Because I know YNDX, it usually doesn't have great volume. But just because it doesn't have good volume doesn't mean it can't be profitable, Like I've traded this one a lot. I know this stock. And it's just it's set up for a Vwap fade, which is a very common pattern that it sets up with. And so I'm taking small, tiny sizing and just giving it a shot. If it doesn't work out, that's fine. I'm not really going to stress too much. I got 200 shares here. I'm not going to be super upset if I get stopped out for a $20 loss. I think it's more the market's bullish right now, and that's the only thing. Like I'm watching the SPY to see if it pushes up. But I mean, regardless of anything, like I said, if it stops me out, I'm not going to be super upset. SPY breaking the high, so watch. Well, you got to watch YNDX here. If the SPY breaks this high, YNDX may be bullish, and so I got to be careful. This is my risk level right around 58 or so, and I'm really watching the SPY. If the SPY breaks these highs, I got to just jump out of it and be very weary with this one. Yeah, listen, and that's fine. Like, listen, man. If all right, so look, yeah, the SPY's starting to break the highs. I gotta be careful here. Like I said, SPY trying. Hopefully the SPY gets rejected, but it looks like it's about to break, and then this one might push up. And so I just gotta be very careful with this one. Like I said, watching the SPY really closely here to see what the SPY does. I mean, for sure, but there's a difference between. I agree that like. I agree. Listen. I don't have anything against people who charge money. Like, and I actually understand it. Obviously, like people that get mad at gurus for charging money for their courses, and people who say, "Well, if you make so much money trading, why do you have to charge for your course?" And that's just a dumb comment. The reason it's dumb is because smart people are going to look for multiple income streams. We can't pretend like trading is super reliable and consistent income. Like, even if you're the best trader in the world, your income is still going to be somewhat, it's going to be somewhat unreliable. It's going to be somewhat, I can't think of the word right now. It's going to be somewhat, it's not going to be the most reliable source of income, even if you're the best trader in the world. And so getting mad at somebody for having another source of income is just insecurity. It's just insecurity. With that said, though, I think if they are going to charge money, they need to verify their gains somehow. The problem you see a lot in the trading world is people who don't verify their gains. People who don't verify their gains, and then they try to charge thousands of dollars. Like, if you don't either live stream your trades, show your actual P&L statements all the time, then you're hiding something. If you hide your account balance from people, then you're hiding something. And that's just the truth. Right. Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're hiding their account balance, if they're only uploading green trades and never really showing you their losses, then they're hiding something. All right, so SPY breaking the highs here. Like I said, I just got to be really kind of weary with YNDX here. Hopefully it stays down, but we'll see. The stream is free, but the internet isn't free. Yeah. Right, for sure. No, I agree. Like, I mean, obviously, like, I think it's okay. Listen, if you have stuff, if you have value in what you teach, then I think it's okay to charge people for it. Like I said, though, if you're not showing people your account balance and you're basically hiding everything, cherry picking your winners and uploading only your winners, just so people will buy your course, I think you're just being sketchy. And I think that's what a lot of them are doing. you know. No, I mean, it feels honestly pretty good here in Texas, bro. Kind of cloudy today. Kind of cloudy kind of cloudy today, but the weather's nice. It's cool out. I'm in like North Houston. I'm in like North Houston, Andrew. All right, so the SPY's dropping. Like I said, you can see the SPY dropping, and you can instantly see the stock I'm in dropping as well. This is why I have these two next to each other, is because these two are gonna the SPY's gonna drag most stocks up or down, and so we'll see what happens. But hopefully the SPY stays bearish. Yeah, it's a little cloudy right now. I mean, we'll see what we get. I like the cloudy weather though, man. You know, I like the cloudy weather. Well, I'm waiting here. If anybody wants to use the same broker that I'm using, one of the ways I can trade with such small sizing is because on TEFs and TradeNet, the commissions are pretty cheap. They're like 0.006 cents per share, and there's no PDT rule. And so with the base package, it's currently on sale for $3.99, and with that, you get 14K in buying power to trade with. So you get 14,000 to trade with on TradeNet's intro account. And yeah, like I said, there's no PDT rule, and so you can day trade as much as you want. There is a $700 max loss, and so if you go under 13,300, they close your account down. But like I said, if you use small size on TradeNet, commissions are like $3 or $4 total for a complete round trip. So if you use less than 300 shares, you have like a $4 round trip, which is pretty cheap. And like I said, I think the benefit of using it is that most new traders are going to lose their first account. Most new traders are going to lose their first account, and it's cheaper to go with TradeNet than it is to say deposit, $2,000 into a SureTrader account or a regular broker. I think it's cheaper, and it eliminates some of the risk for specifically a new trader. And I think it makes sense. Also, if you sign up through my link, you get a free month of our classes as well. And you also get the TradeNet trading course and a month of their trading chat room. And so it's a pretty good deal, all things considered. If you're interested in checking that out, go to the link I just posted. It's right there. It's a good way to help support the channel as well. We keep this live stream completely free. And so it's one of the ways we keep the stream free. All right, so you see the SPY starting to move up here. I got to be a little bit more careful with YNDX. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I got you, Ashton. Yeah, if you guys want to join the free Discord link, here it is as well. Hold on. Yeah, if you want to join our public Discord, like I said, our goal with this Discord is to create a free day trading chat. And so if you want to join our public Discord, go to that link as well. Like I said, we're trying to create a free day trading chat room. That's our goal with it. SPY breaking highs here. SPY breaking highs. Got to be really careful. I'm just going to stick to my risk level, though. All right, guys, but I might go ahead and set a stop loss and just kind of walk away. I don't know how long this one's going to consolidate down here. It's a really interesting level. Like I said, you have all this area here, this resistance right here, and so really interesting level. We'll see if that level holds. If not, my stop loss is 37.50s. SPY pushing up strong though, so we do have to keep that into consideration. I don't know much about bullish bears, Mateo. Never actually used them before, so I can't tell you much about them. I don't know much about them. And so I can't say whether they're good, bad. I just don't know enough about them to really comment on it. I always try to be honest with people about everything, and I just don't know enough about them to say yes or no with them, Mateo. I'll try to do a little bit of research, but yeah, that's probably it for the day, guys. Also, if you're interested in using the scanners that Mitch and I use, Trade Ideas is cool enough to allow me to stream their scanners every day. And so if you're interested in checking out the scanners that Mitch and I use, here's the link. You can go check them out. It's another good way to help support the channel. But like I said, it's one of the ways we keep the stream free. And so go check out Trade Ideas. Super dynamic and customizable scanners allow you to do a lot of different cool stuff with them. And so go check out Trade Ideas. I posted that link just now in the chat as well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Mitch and I day trade live on stream for free every weekday morning. So we day trade live for free every weekday morning. So hit that subscribe button to help show your support. And also click the like button if you have time. And so if you, like I said, click the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you want to join us again tomorrow. And again, Mitch and I day trade live on stream every weekday. And so we do this live every day. Come check us out. Hit the subscribe button. And yeah, good luck for the rest of the day, guys. We'll see you all a little bit later. And have a good day.